In the middle of an endless desert, where the wind moves sand like waves across a silent ocean, something extraordinary may be hiding beneath the surface. For centuries, explorers crossed these barren landscapes believing they were empty, lifeless seas of sand stretching beyond the horizon. But what if that assumption was wrong? What if, buried deep under the dunes, lies the remains of an entire forgotten city? A place where streets once echoed with footsteps, markets buzzed with voices, and towering walls protected thousands of people from the harsh desert sun. Today, scientists believe that somewhere beneath these shifting sands, a lost civilization may still be waiting to be rediscovered. And the evidence is beginning to surface. For much of history, deserts were considered the natural enemies of civilization. Harsh temperatures, scarce water, and endless sand made them seem like the last place where large cities could survive. Historians assumed that powerful civilizations developed mainly near rivers, fertile valleys, or coastal regions, places where agriculture and trade could flourish. But ancient records and legends sometimes told a different story. Old manuscripts spoke of wealthy desert cities that once thrived along forgotten trade routes. Caravans carrying gold, spices, and rare goods were said to pass through hidden oasis settlements that connected distant civilizations. One legend in particular described a powerful city that prospered in the desert, an important hub for traders traveling across vast and dangerous landscapes. But over time, the story faded into myth. Many scholars believed these accounts were exaggerations or symbolic tales. After all, how could a great city survive in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth? For centuries, there was no physical evidence to prove such places had ever existed, until modern technology began revealing what the human eye could not see. In recent years, archaeologists started using satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar to scan beneath the desert surface. What they discovered was astonishing. Hidden below layers of sand were unusual geometric patterns, straight lines, rectangular shapes, and formations that looked strikingly similar to streets and building foundations. Natural landscapes rarely produce such perfect shapes, but ancient cities do. Researchers began focusing their investigations on areas where these patterns were most visible. As they studied the data, a possible layout started to emerge. Long roadways intersecting at organized angles, large open spaces that may have once been plazas, and thick outlines that could represent defensive walls. If these interpretations are correct, the sand may be hiding the remains of a massive urban settlement. Even more intriguing is the location. The site appears to sit directly along what was once a major ancient trade route. Thousands of years ago, caravans transporting incense, precious stones, and luxury goods traveled across deserts connecting distant empires. A city positioned along this route would have been incredibly wealthy and strategically important. But something happened. At some point in the distant past, the desert began to change. Climate shifts may have reduced water sources, trade routes may have moved elsewhere, and slowly, relentlessly, the sand began to swallow everything. Buildings collapsed, streets vanished, and over centuries the city completely disappeared beneath the dunes. But the biggest mystery is not just that the city existed, it's why it vanished. Did environmental changes force its people to abandon their homes? Was it destroyed by a powerful sandstorm that buried it almost overnight? Or did political conflicts and shifting trade networks slowly drain the life from the once thriving settlement? So far, no excavation has uncovered the full story. The city remains largely untouched, sealed beneath layers of sand that have protected it for centuries, possibly even millennia. If archaeologists eventually reach its ruins, they may uncover temples, homes, tools, and artifacts that reveal how its people lived, traded, and ultimately disappeared. But until then, the desert keeps its secret. The idea that an entire city could lie hidden beneath the sand reminds us how much of human history remains undiscovered. Civilizations rise and fall, landscapes change, and over time, even the greatest achievements can vanish from memory. Yet the earth still holds their stories. Beneath deserts, jungles, and oceans, countless lost places are waiting to be found. Each discovery has the power to rewrite what we think we know about the past. And somewhere, beneath the quiet, shifting dunes of the desert, a forgotten city may still be waiting for the moment when the sand finally gives it back to history.